everybody, Mark here, and today is... I've got to check my paperwork every time I do it right. Today is day number 8 of the £25 food challenge. Now, again, I'll recap on those who haven't been following. Remember, I've done the same with farm foods, and I've done the same with Asda, and now I'm doing it with Tesco. I've taken £25 down to Tesco. Now, £25, and what I've done, I've gone and bought as much food as I can for that £25, and it's pretty much all been, yeah, pretty much without exception, it's been the Tesco's own brand. Either the Tesco or their everyday value stuff, you know. I haven't been buying any name brands of anything because basically, you know, that'll just eat into the budget. Okay, so spending £25, buying as much as I can, and then bringing it home and making a proper adult-sized dinner. No kid-sized dinners here, right? It's a proper adult-sized dinner every day, for as many days as I can until I run out of ingredients. Okay, farm food. If you check out Farm Foods challenge, I did 9 dinners there on £25, and I had a little bit of food left over that I couldn't make any dinners with. Asda did the same, £25. I made 12 dinners, and now I'm doing Tesco, and I'm 8 days in. And I must admit, I'm kind of, you know, I've still got a few more dinners to go. I'm going to be, at least if I get 10, that's the goal. If I get 10, 12 is good, or 12 is better even, you know. But as long as I get 10 dinners out of £25, that's an average of £2.50. But I think I can do slightly better than that. Anyway, so that's the challenge, you know. I'm making, I mean, the dinners, I mean, it'd be easy for anybody to go in and have fish fingers and chips every single day, right? But that isn't what I'm doing. I'm trying to do big, wholesome, nutritious dinners, you know? Like, actually, stand by, I'll get the bag of veg out of the freezer. Yeah, what I'd done was, I went to the Tesco and I bought 6 bags of frozen vegetables. All right, 5 different vegetables, but 6 bags. I got 2 bags of cauliflower to, you know, anyway. So what I did, I brought them back and I laid out 11 sandwich bags, and then I split the 6 bags of vegetables over the 11, you know, broccoli in there, broccoli, you know, sweet corn, all the way across, so each bag had an identical quantity and identical mixture of vegetables. There you go, you can see broccoli there, you've got cauliflower in there, you've got runner beans, you've got sweet corn, you've got peas around the back here. Nope. Okay, so all 11 bags was identical. So, and I know that, and I worked it out that £6.10 divided by that, which what will the 6 bags cost? £6.10. I tell you, frozen veg is quite cheap, you know, especially if you go for the Tesco's own brand, you know, the everyday value. The peas, for example, were almost a kilo, almost. They were like 80p, I think. Anyway, so each bag will cost 55p. So when I pull it out the freezer, I can write on the whiteboard 55p, and I know exactly. Everything has been itemised. Chicken nuggets, for example, you know, I opened them up, counted them, there's 20 of them in there for 79p, which works out as 4p each. Okay, 4p each. I've done the same with the, God, blimey, every time, you know, I'm holding it up the air and it's like in mirror image and all. Oh boy. Anyway, there's 4 in here, and you know, basically, you count up the items, you divide it by how much it cost, and that gives you a pence per item. So we've got 55p. Anyway, I'll show you what else I've done. Anyway, so that's how I've been coming up. So I've been writing on the whiteboard, and at the end of the time when I've run out of food, I'll be able to give you an exact amount that I've spent on food and how much I've eaten, how much in money is left over that I haven't been able to eat, and also I'll be able to give you an average over how many meals I've made, and be able to give an exact pence per meal. Well, not an average pence per meal. Anyway, okay, I'll put this away and then I'll show you what I'm going to be making for dinner. Okay, so this Tesco garlic and herb chicken steaks, there you go, there's 4 in a pack. Today I'm having 2. I had 1 the other day, I'm having 2 today, so there'll be 1 left. So what I'll do, I'll mix this with, say, a chicken Kiev another time, or I'll mix this with some fish, or I'll mix this with a pork chop. I don't know, you know. What I don't do is only have this as the meat thing. I'll mix this with, today I'm mixing it with nuggets. I might mix it with, Kiev or steak or whatever. So, you know, that's a little handy hint for you. You know, you don't have to have the whole dinner as one. You can put 3 fish fingers in there, put 4 nuggets in there, put some, meat pie in there, put it all together in a plate. Anyway, okay, so we're having 1 of these. No, we're not. We're having 2 of these, and we're having 10 out of the 20 chicken nuggets. Okay, so that's going to be in there. Plus the usual veg, of course. There's 3 carrots. I've chopped them up. I've cooked them. The trick is with the carrots, you have to put them in about 10 minutes, right, before the rest of the veg. Cook them for 10 minutes, take them out, reboil the water, add more water, throw in the carrots and the veg in, cook all together, take them out, drain them. There you go. Okay, I'm just going to put this stuff away. If I can find the pause button. Okay. I'm having trouble with the pause button today. I'm pressing it all over loads of times. Okay, now that's what the veg looks like. That bag of veg looks like this once it's boiled up and drained. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pour it into the bowl. And there's always right. Scrape the veg out of there. Okay, that'll get put aside. That's going to get reheated in a moment, along with the potatoes. Which I've been baking for ages now. Now, what I've done, I've taken the last. See, I bought, amongst all the stuff that I bought 2.5 kilo bag of potatoes. Right, they were just regular, the cheapest bag of potatoes I could find in there. 2.5 kilos, which £1.35. Okay, which is about 10 pence more than Asda for the same amount of potatoes. But what are you going to do? Okay, so yeah, I took those. This is the last of those potatoes. There was 4 potatoes. I cut them up, put them in this tray, put couple of bits of lard in there, and then put them in the oven to bake for ages. Okay, so now they're pretty much they're well cooked. They don't seem to go real crispy. They just go real brown, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know whether it's the temperature. I've got them at about 190, but well, that's the thing. Sort of, right, okay. Anyway, so put the potatoes in there, and let me just get rid of that. Yeah. So that's what all the veg and the potatoes looks like, and then of course I'm going to add the chicken nuggets and the fish steaks. There you go. There's them two. There's the two fish steaks. Fish steaks. There we are. And there's 10 chicken nuggets in there. So we got two. Basically, got two types of chicken. Okay, which is going to be good. Chicken in. I think they're both in breadcrumb. Okay. But yeah, well, that's what I like to do. You know, I like to put at least 2 different types in there. You know, there might be 2 different meats, or there might be both chicken. But I like to do 2 different types. It just jazzes it up a little bit. You know, I mean, like if I didn't have any nuggets, I would have probably put 3 of these steaks, possibly 4. No, well, probably 3, but. Because I've got nuggets, I can mix and match. Okay, now I'm going to put these in the convection oven. What happened here? You slipped. Okay, so I've got one of those hot air fryers. If you're new to the channel, type in Mark's Remarks air fryer. I think it's called air fryer. If not, then convection oven. I did a review on my convection oven here. You know, told you about what the buttons do. It's very simple, you know, and it's very good. Okay. But what I'm going to do, there you go. That's what it looks like right here. So I'm going to put that in. I'm going to put these in for 15 minutes. And after, because they got to be in there for about 30 minutes, 32 according to the wrapper. Okay, so I'm going to put them in for about 15 minutes. Then I'm going to put the nuggets in with them and put them in for another 15 minutes because the nuggets take about 12 and they take 30. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And then of course I'm going to use the water, like always, the water from the vegetables. I'm going to use them for the gravy. Throw it in there and it's all going to be good. All right, I'll pause it there and we'll come back when there's something new to tell you. Okay, and now we're near the end of the process now. What I'm going to do is now I've just turned over the garlic chicken steaks. I've turned them over just so they can evenly cook. I put them in for a few more minutes now, and in 3 or 4 minutes I'm going to put the nuggets in there because these only require like about 10 to 12. I'm going to flick on the water just to get it boiling again, and then when it boils I'll turn it down and then try and coincide it with the nuggets and the chicken steaks, and then the vegetables. I'll put them in the microwave, you know. Actually, and let me just pass on a bit of a good tip that I've just a few moments ago. I did a cider review, and what it was the Thatcher's Old Rascal. There you go. I just did that half an hour ago, and I loaded it, and now you know people are watching it, and some people have commented on it. So I thought I'd pass on a few of those. You know, one message in particular from Pete Thomas. He wrote that he sometimes he says nuked, but that'd be like microwave. He microwaves a cup of cider and then puts gravy granules in there, you know? And, as you know, that actually sounds pretty good, I think, because, I mean, normally, obviously, I use vegetable-flavoured water to mix with the gravy granules, but using cider, you know, you've got the hot water, I mean, most of it's water anyway, you know, with the apple, the sweetness of the apple, and then with the flavour and the nutrients from the vegetables. I mean, I don't know whether he uses vegetable water or just cider, but I figure I might use one or both. But you know, anyway, it's just an interesting tip I thought I'd pass on to you, because by the sounds of it, you heat up cider and you've got a hot, sweet, watery drink which you mix with granules, and then that will, of course, will translate into the flavour of the gravy. He puts it on pork and turkey, you know, he says, but you know, I would imagine you can put it on most stuff if you really fancied. So yeah, if you fancy, give that a try. If what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some cheap. I'm not going to use this expensive cider that I've been buying. I'm going to buy some cheap, crappy, cheap cider. So I'll give that. I think I'll give it a go, and I'll let you know next time I'm going to be making gravy. Okay, okay. Now I'm going to be right. The water is heating up. The chicken steaks are in there. There's a few minutes away. Then I'm going to add the nuggets, and it's all looking good. Okay, so if you're interested, then check out his channel. It's most likely he'll check it. Look in the description. He'll have his logo there most likely when he's normally he replies to a lot. But if not, then just type in Pete Thomas and check his channel. And yeah, you can see if there's any other good ideas that you might like. But yeah, that's what he does with cider. Today we're having. Actually, what was that? All right, let me fix this. Right. So the two chicken garlic steaks there. They're like 15 minutes cooked. Now I'm going to put the nuggets in there. And then I'm going to put the chicken steaks have been cooking for about 15 minutes. I think about 15 or so minutes. Now I'm putting the nuggets in there. They're going to be cooking for 12. So the nuggets, the fillet steaks will be in there for about 25 to 30. Now. Okay, that water's coming to the boil. I'll turn that off again because I don't want it to be boiling away. I just want it to be heating up. Okay, so while that's doing, I'll tell you about what I'm having for dinner. Now, the potatoes. It's the last 4 potatoes of the 2.5 kilo bag. All right, so I did those. That totals. That works out as 9p a potato. So that's 36 pence. The carrots, I bought 2 bags of carrots. They work out at 4 pence each, and I think it's like 75p a bag or something, something like that. Anyway, so I actually counted them up and then divided it by how much it costs. So 3 carrots at 12 pence. The bag of frozen veg that you saw, I did 11 of them. They're all identical, 55 pence each. Now those Tesco Everyday Value Chicken Nuggets. 10 of them are 4 pence, so that's 40p. Those 2 garlic steaks that you saw, there's 2 of them, 44p each, that's 88 pence for the 2. So today's dinner, which is going to be a big plateful of veg, potato and a bunch of chicken, £2.31. So we're doing pretty good at getting the most out of this £25 shopping list, you see. I tell you, I mean, if you shop right, because that's the thing. People seem to think that if you're going to cut down on your shopping bill, you've got to buy less stuff, which is not true. You don't have to starve in order to save money on your shopping bill. If you want to save money, you don't buy less, you just buy... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? You just got to be more thrifty. Is a word that I get called sometimes. You just have to be more sensible in the things you buy. Buy the Shop Basics brand instead of the big name brands. You save a fortune. That's how you spend less money and still buy the quantity that you need. That's what I'm doing. I mean, you see the size of the dinner. If you check out the other videos. I've been doing the Tesco challenge. Before that was the Asda challenge. Before that was the Farm Foods challenge. I'm eating big dinners, and they cost, less than sometimes I can do it for 2 or even 2.5. The price of 2.5 cheeseburgers from the fast food places. £2.50. And then average it out. I'm averaging like round about the £2, £1.93 to £2.12. You just got to buy sensibly. Anyway, okay, I'll come back in a short while when that chicken's cooked, and I'll show you how it's worked out. There we are. Just to recap, there's a quick look at the board with the potatoes. So let me just adjust this. With the potatoes, sorry, I'm just messing about with the. Oh boy. Anyway, that's what it is, and that's what it looks like after it's done. What I've done, I've taken the nuggets and the chicken fillet garlic steaks, garlic chicken steaks, and I've cut them up into small bite-sized pieces because I'm going to want to be eating it with one spoon. Okay, now this looks pretty good. Yeah, the gravy looks a little bit thick. Thing is, I put half a pint of water and then slightly more as well, because it's a new brand of gravy that I'm using. The Bisto ran out, so I'm using this other type of gravy. You know, got it from Pound Stretcher or somewhere. Yep, still tastes good. Let me tell you, and this is one big plate. It's one. So you've got 5 vegetables, plus potato 6, plus carrot 7, which is pretty much the same. I mean, it's always the same veg, or at least to be, you know, for this particular challenge, because I've split it into 11 equal bags. So this the veg will be the same each time, but yeah, you know, it's a big wholesome dinner for £2.31. So that's very good value as far as I can see. Let me tell you, this tastes good. The carrots taste good. The carrots were actually fresh. They weren't frozen like the other veg. Trouble is, they take a hell of a long time to cook though. Anyway, it's a 22 minute video. And that is how you manage to eat for $2.31, and with 2 different types of chicken, 7 different types of vegetables. Okay, anyway, that is what I'm having for dinner. So thank you very much for watching. What I'm gonna put an icon over here for the I'm losing my mind, subscribe button there. Consider hitting that if you like the channel. Have a look at my other cookery videos. I've done some cider reviews and whatnot, and the other have a look at the challenge videos especially. You know, you'll find some really good dinners there. Okay, and I'll put a couple of links up here for some other videos. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.